The woman's limbs are chained. Her body was continuously injected with mercury, but the woman's mouth kept chanting an incantation. Then an ant crawled into the lab, and then an ant crawled into the lab and ended up in the researcher's ear. Then the researcher took an axe to the palace facility. The woman smiles in triumph as she succeeds. Once the mercury was blocked, she could easily spit it out of her body. Looking at the chaos in the lab, the woman broke free from the chains. Then she climbed up the chain upside down. With her immortal body, she's a mummy that's been alive for 5,000 years. Anyone she touches will be drained of their essence in a second. After 5,000 years of sleep, she awakens. When she screams, shatters all the glass in a 100-mile radius. Everywhere she goes, sand and dust fill the air. With a wave of her hands, it's as if she's going to destroy the entire modern world, to create her own Egyptian dynasty. But before that, she has to fulfill her contract with the Grim Reaper. 5,000 years ago, Death gave her the power to live forever, and she had to find a body for Death in the void. 5,000 years later, this man was chosen by her, but to complete the ritual, she must retrieve the lost ruby. To do so, she awakened all the sleeping corpses, to fulfill their master's command. When the woman arrived, all the dryads were at her beck and call. The ruby was found. Now all that was missing from her pact with Death was a body, but the man she chose is still plotting his escape with another woman. In order to cut off the man's hopes, the mummy dragged the woman into the water. When the man found her again, the woman had drowned. The man didn't want to be the Grim Reaper, but his strength is like a chicken in front of the mummy. The man can only continue to be ravaged, but the greater the difference in strength, the more a woman lets her guard down. The man snatched the dagger from her hand when she wasn't looking. The man slammed the dagger on the ground. As long as the ruby is destroyed, the mummy's 5,000-year dream will be shattered, and if the man cooperates, he will have the power to control life and death. The man looked at the woman who had drowned. He changed his mind. He plunged the knife into his body. Then the man's eyes turned amber. Possessed by death, he was once on the same side as the mummy in front of him, but when he saw the body of his friend, his reason overcame his evil. Now he was strong enough to fight the mummy. He drained the mummy of all its essence. Then he used his power to revive the drowned woman. Then he set out in silence to find a way to lift the curse.